So Nancy, you've been working on your sock.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
What are you working on?
Okay.
I'm working on mittens.
Well, I've never crocheted socks before, so this is a first. You want to see it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, give me a minute. Here it is.
Oh, wow.
I'm working on the gusset, ready to turn and do the foot.
So, did you make a swatch with your hook before you started?
What's that?
Well, so you know whether it's the right gauge as far as how many stitches per inch.
What's a gauge?
Oh gosh, Nancy, that might have helped. Does that fit you?
No, it's too big.
Oh, so you've gone to all that work.
Yeah, it'll
And
fit
it's
somebody.
Not gonna fit.
It'll fit somebody. Maybe Peter.
Well,
Maybe the Jolly Green Giant.
maybe if you make the foot this long.
Well, I could. I have enough yarn.
Gosh, what yarn are you using? That's really pretty.
Well, the cuff and the toe are going to be this real pretty blue that's a heritage. And it's kind of really soft, so I think maybe if I went down 2 needle or hook sizes, it might be the right size.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is our top secret yarn.
Oh.
You know, that top secret
that
yarn?
yarn. Yes. Okay.
But
Well,
I'll finish that later. I got to get this done.
what in the world are you working on?
Well, you know how it's cold outside and they're predicting this really heavy snow predicted winter storm coming in next week?
Yeah.
Well, squirrels in my backyard are really cold. And I just thought I'd knit them a squirrel blanket.
Not a sweater, just a blanket.
Nope, just a blanket so they can
blankie.
curl up in their little
Aw.
nest and be warm. And isn't that pretty?
It is really pretty. But what is this?
That's for his tail.
I thought it was just a blanket. Well, there's
Well,
another one. You've got lots of them.
It's a loose, look at the size needles I'm using, Cindy. Come on.
Well,
I know you're not a squirrel, but sometimes a squirrel's tail needs to twitch, so it's got to
I'd
be
be
out where
afraid
it can
it would
twitch.
be his getting his foot caught in it.
No,
You know.
he's a smart squirrel.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay. Well, it's really pretty. I love that stuff.
It's soft.
It is really soft.
So
Well,
what are you doing?
well, I'm making mittens, and they have a little bit of color work with them.
Color work scares me.
You know, it's not hard. You just got to follow. You have to follow a pattern.
I'm not so good at that sometimes.
Apparently.
I make it up as I go. Kind of like this blanket.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, this is, and I'm also using the, you know,
Super top secret.
yes, the yarn, but it is really, really nice. And I can tell you this much, it's from Leading Men.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fancy
and
schmancy.
it is nice yarn. And I'm using, to go with my mitten, I'm using Malabrigo. So, to top it off, to top my needle, or my,
No cherries?
no cherries.
Oh, bummer.
So, anyway, it's really, really pretty, and it's fun to work with, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, those will come in handy next week with all the snow
No
that's coming.
kidding, yeah,
And the
that's for
squirrel
sure.
blanket.
Your squirrel blanket
Yeah.
and your
so,
Jolly Green Giant sock.
Well, yeah, he needs to have warm toes too.
That's
so,
true.
when are we going to find out about this top secret yarn?
The yarn will come out. We're ready for purchase. That's when Roving starts.
What's
which is-
roving?
Roving, Indiana is a group of yarn shops that have gone together to, and it's kind of like a yarn crawl or a shop hop type thing. And so there's a list of different shops. Then they're all over the state of, well, I think we're the farthest north, maybe.
Okay.
And then Nashville, Indiana is probably the farthest south, maybe.
I like Nashville.
I do too. So anyway,
So where can we find out the list of shops.
They
in
have
case I
a-
want to crawl.
Yes, they have a website, Roving, Indiana, and you can get on there and get all the information about all the shops, the yarn, our shop hours, everything you need to know. And more, probably.
So what are we doing for the crawl?
We're going to have our yarn, of course, available. And you know what? We are really... Have you seen these really neat bags?
I saw this back in the closet earlier.
Yes. So each person that buys their Roving, Indiana crawl yarn from us will receive a bag like this
Awesome.
with some fun things inside.
Can I have one?
No.
Why?
Because you work here.
Hey, did I tell you this was crochet and not knitting?
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that
I'm
was
better
pretty
you than me. I'll
cool.
stick with my...
Come on. Look at this little hook.
And yet you needed to be smaller.
I know. I think I'll make the next one maybe 1 or 2 sizes smaller. And I had to learn something about crochet patterns here.
What's that?
Well, the now you got me confused. The crochet abbreviations in the United Kingdom are different from what's in the United States.
How's that? I mean, how are they different?
It's like right here on my pattern, it says 1/2 treble crochet.
Oh, I wouldn't know what that
Okay.
was.
Well, for us, that would be a bigger stitch. But translated to what our abbreviations are, that's a 1/2 double crochet.
And how did you find this out?
Well, luckily, on the pattern, they have in these parentheses, U.S. equivalents can be found in the brackets below. So thankfully, they have it in the abbreviations. But that's not why my sock is so big, because I didn't listen. I did read that several times. So,
Wow.
yeah. So it's been an adventure.
Wow. I
To
did
say
not
the
know
least.
that.
I didn't either. I thought, hey, abbreviations are abbreviations.
Yes, I would have thought they'd have been. I wonder if they're that way for knitting too. I have no idea.
Oh dear, that would be too confusing. I'd never get my squirrel blanket done
You
then.
never would.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. So, are you going to make another sock that's going to fit you?
Yeah, and then when I get this one back after that event that's going on,
Yes.
I'll rip this one out, and if the other one fits, I'll Make another
one. Yeah.
But I really like this stitch. It looks really cool. It's not quite a knit stitch, but
It's really pretty. It
Yeah.
is very, very pretty. But gosh, what are you going to have to go down? 2 hook sizes?
maybe.
Or 3?
And I've been told that I was a loose crocheter, but good grief, I can't imagine crocheting any tighter.
Wow.
But hey, you know, it's been a while, and this was the first time I've crocheted socks. You know, maybe I should have done that swatch thing you were talking about.
Well, it might have helped. It might have helped.
Oh, well, you know
Wow.
me. I just make it up as I go.
Yeah. Well,
And you
doggone
know,
it.
there may be somebody who has a foot this big and a leg this big that it would fit perfectly.
That's true. That's
So,
true. Did you go by what the pattern said as far as the size of your hook? How did you do that? Oh, you did?
Yeah. And then I had to measure my foot,
Yeah.
and it said I should do a medium. Oops, I should pay attention to my pattern. Here we go. Gotta rip it out again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the thing I like about crochet. If you make a mistake, it's a whole lot easier to rip out than it is knitting.
Knitting. Well, that is true. You're right. You're right.
But that's
Knitting
okay.
takes a little more time.
Yep.
Well, it's pretty. It's gorgeous yarn. We sure hope everybody will come visit us.
Yeah, we've got lots of yarn here. We got a bunch of yarn in clearance that they could.
Oh yeah,
I
we
mean,
got some
it's-
beautiful yarn in clearance.
Oh,
Did you really make a
I'm
mistake?
having troubles here. And see, if I was knitting this, I'd probably just rip it out and start all over again, then I'd never be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't wait to get this one done, that's for sure.
Oh, gotta do two of these. You're distracting me, you know that?
I'm good at that.
I know.
Well,
Hey.
how have we done this and nobody's caught us?
Location, location,
Yeah, I
location.
think so, yeah.
So did you tell them where this yarn crawl is gonna be and where we're gonna be? Tell them again, just in case.
Well, the yarn crawl is February 27th through March 7th. And it's at Always in Stitches, of course.
Where's that at?
Oh, Noblesville, Indiana. And if you've never been there, you should come.
You think I should?
Yeah, I think that's a
Cool.
great idea.
All right. So what
Maybe we should go on the crawl together.
You know, that'll get us in trouble.
Yeah, most times it does.
When is the shop open?
Well, that's why we have this great website. You can check every shop so you don't go and they be closed.
That would be sad.
Yes. And so every shop has different hours. And
so what are ours?
We're 10 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, and Saturday, I believe. But we're not open on Sunday.
Okay.
So if you're going to go roving on Sunday, you'll miss us.
Oh. So don't go roving on Sunday. We want you to come see us.
That's right. We want everybody to come see us.
So you think I should finish the sock or you think I should finish my squirrel blanket?
Well, it's going to get awful cold. Your squirrel may get cold.
We don't want that. I want a happy squirrel, so I'll just go back to this.
I can't wait to know how he reacts when you give it to him.
Can you imagine if I made a sock with these knitting needles?
That really would be a Jolly Green Giant sock, wouldn't it?
Oh, it could be a Christmas stocking. Huh. Think about that.
I got that one. That would be a big one.
For lots of presents. That would be my stocking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, please come see us. We would love to see everybody.
And maybe I'll have my squirrel blanket done by then.
Or not. You know what? I don't think we should put the pattern in there. I think we could make a note that says, yes. So add that to your list.
Because she wants to see the squirrel blanket.
We need to come up with a squirrel.
Oh, I lost my pattern. You have a pencil? No, I have a pen.
Oh, yeah.
The border is the one.
Is there one of those that you really, really like?
Well, it's kinda, I don't, I know I don't really want the orange. I don't know, should it be real dark or, I always struggle with color. Really,
You could, let me see the pattern here. You could always do this as a border and then do your binding a different color and that kind of frames it.
Yeah, I usually make it
Or
the
you've
same,
got-
but I could do it different.
Or do you want it to have a color that kind of goes with the room that it's gonna go in?
I don't know.
You
I come in,
just like it.
I can come in your school, I live in Michigan. And I can come back here, one time I was looking for a certain spot, and it's the same spot. I mean, we have a clothes store up there, and I'm, well, I don't know. Usually I usually use.
Style, but to me, this is kind of Aztec-y. That's more of a neutral.
Yeah, I like it kind of a little bit,
Beautiful.
I knew I was afraid I wouldn't get all those things right, but I think I.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
Good morning. Hello.
Very
How are you
pretty.
babies doing? Need to do another one.
Yeah. Kind of with this work. It's funny. Wow.
Cool, but I'm not gonna limit the fact that I didn't get one. Yeah, I always get caramels in there. Because I think it's her